Hi Capricorn, I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to your general energies for money and relationships for the beginning of January. Just a couple of points to make about the energies for you guys. We do have the Sun and Mercury and Pluto. Well, Mercury and Pluto are going to be conjunct, and the Sun's going to be hanging out with them for you guys in your first house. But this is going to be squaring Mars and Aries in the fourth. So for the first 7 days of the month, okay? And then things change in a big way on the 8th. But up to the 7th, you have to understand there's going to be some tension between your first house of self, right? And your fourth house of home. What feels right to you, your physical home, people that you live with in your home, right? So there's going to be some tension there. But then on the 8th, we are going to have Mercury is going to be then transiting into your second house of resources, things that you value, your money. Okay, so positive energy definitely for communicating regarding money, regarding anything of value, certainly having to do with anything in the home or anything else, quite frankly. Now we have Venus is going to be in your 12th house until the 7th, and then in the 8th, and then on the 8th, Venus is going to be transiting into you. So she's going to be going from Venus and Sagittarius in the 12th house of your subconscious, of you trying to really work through things on a very deep level, to then all of a sudden being in your first house of self and you in Capricorn, okay, on the 8th. So there's going to be a lot of changes like towards the end of the week, right? I am starting this a couple of days into the month just because of my schedule and stuff, and I did post an overall astrology for the month, and please do check that out so you know what to expect energetically overall, and then what I believe to be most specific for your sign is indicated in that video. So we're gonna start with career, money, anything having to do with money. Second house, 8th house matters. So this has to do with your job, your career path, any lawsuits you have going on, any sort of divorce settlement, alimony, inheritance, investment payouts, taxes, your partner's money, anything like that, okay? So I'm going to be starting with the Chakra Tarot, and I'm going to be clarifying it with the Lenormand, okay? Let's get right into the situation. Okay, wanting to take a chance but feeling kind of confused and stressed out. We're dealing with the Tower moment here. Okay, so honestly guys, that is the best to be achieved from the circumstances. So there's Mars protecting you again. Okay, let's see what we have. Coming into this energy, we have the Princess of Wands. We had the Prince of Wands, like the Page of Wands. It's a new project, some sort of new creative idea, new endeavor that you want to take on. This could also have to do, obviously, with some sort of new, be it a lawsuit, some sort of new financial opportunity presenting itself to you. Good, bad, or indifferent, right? There's this new... No, I want to say it's good because it's princess, right? So it's a new opportunity that's coming in for you to make money. Now, the situation right now is the need to make a choice, right? Take a chance on something, because there's definitely, you're experiencing a turning point regarding something to do with money. Now, guys, I want to remind you, when I do money, I do all of it. So your job may be pretty untouched right now and fine, right? Everything could be absolutely fine. But maybe this is, again, having to do with all the things I indicated, and inheritance, something to do with taxes, something to do with the payout, something to do with some sort of business opportunity. But whatever it is, the indication here is, you know, you're definitely wanting to take this chance. And why? Because you are experiencing a turning point within this energy, but it's stressing you out. Right? This is being crossed by the Nine of Wands, which is nightmares, anxiety, grief, depression, being super worried and trying to figure out if this is the right thing to do, because the Nine of Swords is a Mars in Gemini. All right, Mars is all about, is this the right thing for me? You know, and if it's not, Mars is going to go and shake the hell out of something, right? In order to bring you on your new path. Mars is the Tower, right? So we do have this going on. Now, I do want to say that Mercury and Pluto being conjunct in your first house, even though it's experiencing this square to Mars in your fourth house, I just see these energies as being very Very productive as far as how people see you, and as far as taking a chance on you for investment, job opportunity, anything like that. You having the chutzpah and the gumption to go out and attack things, or at least you being in a really good space this first week where you're getting you're getting your ducks in a row, right? Because it's the first house itself, recognizing what needs to be changed and having the energy to do it. I really like that. Even though on the 8th, Mercury is going to be popping out of there to do some communicating about money. So, very directly, this could be you have an idea, you want to implement something, and you're going to go and start these money discussions of anything having to do with things that you value, starting as early as the 8th, okay? So I really like that. These conversations happening like now-ish until the mid-month, guys, if you can control it, only because we do then have Mercury going retrograde on February 1, and we always have to take into account that 2-week pre-shadow right before. So any sort of conversations that need to be going on, this would be a really excellent, the second week would be a really good time to be dealing with. And I like that you got the dog to clarify the current situation. This tells me that you already know what the answer is. And if you don't, you're going to be seeking counsel. This is somebody who knows the situation inside and out and is going to be able to give you some really good advice, whether it is an attorney, a therapist, somebody who again, knows the situation inside and out and has your back. This is a very beneficial energy. If it's none of those things, it's you heeding your own advice because you know what to do. I always feel like with the Nine of Swords anyway, we know what to do, but it's the execution of it that's the challenge. You know what I mean? So let's see. We have the Tower energies, the best that can be achieved in the circumstances. You guys know, those of you who are watching me, I don't hate the Tower. It's Mars. It means something reached its expiration date, and it's got to be approached either completely differently or ripped down and thrown out altogether. So you might be having a complete change of heart. And as far as your career, this could be completely changing careers. This could be changing perspective, changing strategy, changing something like that. And I'm not going to be surprised if this is going to be happening to you, particularly just because I feel like I'm not limiting. I'm not going to limit these to the 1st to the 7th. I'm just saying the beginning of January. Just because that's 7th into the 8th, there's game-changing energy here, right? I mean, Mercury's dropping out, changing signs. There are changing energies here, but Venus is dropping from your 12th house into your 1st house. So I feel like, with Venus in the 1st, come the 8th, there are going to be a lot of supportive energies within yourself having to do with figuring out money situations. So you may be changing your perspective. Do you know what I'm saying? With Venus in the 12th house now in the subconscious, you might be rethinking things. What's worth it, what's not worth it, strategizing different ways. But all I know is that the best that can be achieved out of whatever financial situation you're resonating with this, it's for the best with the change. I don't know who likes to hear that. It's for the best. No, but I mean it's really for the best. Definitely. Because look at I just want to jump forward to the final outcome card. We have the King of Cups. So I feel like necessary change. We got the Fool card for you right now. Very nice. But let's pull an energy for the Tower. Very interesting, guys. We have the Child. So some of you may be dealing with finances regarding a divorce, a situation having to do with the sale of a house, having to do with alimony, child support, anything like that. Others of you, you're going to be realizing that it's about time you go after that dream. That thing that you've been wanting to do, that creative project that's been tickling your belly that you haven't felt brave enough to do. And it's time to go and do that, right? Because the Child does also indicate the more innocent elements within us and our creativity, because it has to do with the Child energy has to do with Leo, and Leo has to do with creativity and wanting to put ourselves out there, but it's also our children, okay? So let's see what we have here for the Princess of Coins. I like this. This is a very patient energy as the foundation. This could be indicative of a new job, a raise, money news coming in as the foundation here. So I like this because this is obviously moving the ball forward in one way or another, but you have to watch your back. Watch your back. There's a snake in the grass, my friends. There is. So this could be somebody who is offering you this position, this job, this settlement, this whatever it is. watch out that they don't have their best interests in heart first before yours, in so far as actually being duplicitous in what they're presenting. And this doesn't mean to not do it. It just means to watch out, right? That's it. You know, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Somebody is being a little snaky in the grass. It's like, no, let's do this. This is going to be great. No, don't have any concerns. No, don't worry yourself. You're not thinking logically. Do you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Be careful. Be careful of that when it comes to anything having to do with money. Now, you and only you, we have the Fool. Love it. This is all about Uranus. Uranus is a big star this month. But anyway, I really like this. Is about fresh hope, taking chances, new path, adventure, new beginnings in something to do with money. So positive. Let's get a clarifying energy. Yeah, here we go. New life. Beautiful. We got the storks, and the storks indicate new life, right? What does storks bring, Capricorn? They bring babies. And what are babies? They are new lives, right? So that's exactly what this is. Beautiful energy for those of you who are looking to create, start something new, some sort of new investment, new business. You taking on a new business partner. Very positive energy if you're taking a chance on a new attorney who's going to be arguing for you regarding some sort of situation. Excellent if you're deciding to take that new position at work, whatever it is. So your environment, external influence affecting you. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. 10 of Pentacles. So this is all about, well, some of you might be in the space of retiring. Some of you may literally be receiving an inheritance. This could have something to do with family. Now, this is external to you. This is your environment, external influence affecting you. So you may be making a lot of your choices due to your family obligations or due to something happening within the dynamic of family, be it a family situation like a sale of a property, a home, some sort of business situation like that, or if it has to do with making money decisions to benefit your own personal family. But regardless, I like the 10 of Pentacles because it indicates maturity and it indicates things reaching a really good point. And I like it's upright. It's not reverse. So for many of you, this could be like that lawsuit settling, that payment coming through, that loan coming through, that mortgage being approved, you getting word that you got that job, right? Whatever it is. Right, the 10 of Pentacles, it's external, it's coming into you. So very, very nice. Let's pull a Lenormand for that one. Just make sure you read the fine print. All right, make sure you look at everything. You don't want anything to escape you, get too caught up in the moment or the excitement of anything that may be seemingly positive. And this doesn't mean that it's not. It just means you want to make sure that you read the fine print. Again, doesn't mean negative. That's just being careful. And I think you guys are that way naturally anyway. So we have the 9 of Wands in your fear position. And you fear, now this could be a hope or a fear, all right? So keeping it fair. But this is about keeping and maintaining your boundaries regarding some sort of situation, but you still wanting to follow through with it. So you're on guard, but you're still wanting to do it anyway. So you're hoping that the situation can still unfold. Others of you may be in a space where you feel like, I still want to do this, but I'm in a safe space of self-protection. Right now, this is very mental, though. Right, so this could even be a situation where, like, you're feeling like you need to look at something closer. If, for example, you feel like, oh, it's too good to be true, even though you're scared, you're still going through with it. It might be entirely positive, but your fears, just from being a human being, might be, stepping into the scene, and you still wanting to work through that. But we have the Ace of Swords here, which is great. This is the near future. I really like it because this is all about clarity. You're going to be experiencing some mental clarity here. So we have this kind of trepidation, then we have this mental clarity. So we have the 9 of Wands, yeah. And I feel like it's because something is going to come through that seems like really fabulous, right? Because the tulips is a fabulous energy. It's somebody who, it's almost like an accolade type of energy. Oh, you're so great. You get this bonus, this job, this lawsuit's been successful in your favor. This, whatever it is, right, in your favor, but you being like, I'm not sure if I could trust it. But you're having a lot of mental clarity here with the Ace of Swords. And come on, Capricorn, how beautiful is this? Yes. Okay, we have it with the Clover. So whatever is happening here, whatever mental clarity you're having, whatever new ideas you're having, because this is also new ideas, it's going to go really, really well. It really is. Now, if some of you are in a situation where things are going pretty well, but then you suddenly find out that you need to get surgery, and it sounds very random, but it's going to go very well. So don't worry about it if that's the case. But regardless, we have one of the best cards in the Lenormand deck working with that Ace of Swords. Now, when you have this new idea, when you have this clarity, however it's going to resonate with you, there is going to be this other sort of inherent conflict on the other side that you're going to have to work through, which is just part of the process, but it's going to go very well. So we have the King of Cups, which is very supportive energy. So if this is a new boss, or if this is a new lawyer, or if this is a new business partner, it's a very supportive energy, very tolerant, very empathetic. This could be you being that way for somebody else, but it doesn't really matter. I just like it because it does indicate positive change, because it's Libra and Scorpio, right? So Libra's the glyph is the scales. Libra rules partnerships of all kinds, not only marriage, business partnerships, anyone we have a shared soul purpose with. And it's Libra and Scorpio. Libra, by the way, is also ruled by Venus, which is one of the money planets, right? And Scorpio, which is about transformation. So there's very positive change that's fair, that's balanced, where everybody's listening to each other. I really like that. So let's see what Lenormand we get to close that out. Yo, come on now. You got the sun. You know what, Capricorn? Honestly, I'm happy for you, because whatever is going to be going on for you regarding your career situation is going to end up being a very good thing. But I want to remind you of something. It all starts with this, which is where you're at now, taking a chance, even though you're very worried about something. Okay? So you're going to be worried. Something doesn't, you have no clarity. You're feeling rather trepidatious about something. That's okay. That's okay. I feel like you're supposed to be feeling that right now. I don't even want to pull any more cards. That looks good. So let's leave that there. Let's go into relationship. So the same style, we're going to be doing the Celtic Cross spread. And we're going to use the Light Seer Tarot. I'm going to use a different Lenormand deck, though, to clarify. I'm going to use my more whimsical one to try to keep it a little lighter for relationships, all right? Okay, let's get into this. Okay, so let's, again, keep in mind now we have up until the 7th, we have Venus in that 12th house. So you're doing a lot of thinking about relationships. There's a lot of looking underneath the depths of, what you feel about relationships. Some of you may be not in relationship right now, because 12th house is the house of the hidden, house of the unseen. So some of you may have been in a situation where you kind of closed yourself off to relationship, or whether on purpose or energetically. And now on the 8th, it is going to be going into your first house of self. So Capricorn, first of all, you're going to be looking super cute. And Venus in the first is a very nice energy to go buy some clothes. You want to get a little new haircut, something like that. Really, really nice. Nice energies. Okay. Yeah, making it happen. Oh, my goodness. Capricorn, will you look at what we got? Different deck, different spread. Same thing crossing you. You're very worried this week. What's going on? Nine of Swords. Stop it. We got the Tower. All right. I feel like for a lot of you, the finances are connected to, for some, not all of you, obviously, but can be connected to some sort of personal situation that's going on. Because this relationship might not be a significant other. It could certainly be a family situation, a friendship situation, anything like that going on. But we have, leading up to this energy, we have the Fool, which is about fresh hope, taking chances, getting on a new path, having a new beginning. This is new. This is very focused on the future. Very focused on the future regarding relationship, regarding this connection. Okay, so then we have the Magician, which is all about making it happen, right? But this is being crossed. I mean, I feel like I have to just acknowledge these two together. Because while the Magician is about focused creativity, turning visions into reality, it's about really good communication, looking to improve a relationship. If you're in one, looking to reach out to somebody. If you're not in one, because I want you to remember, Magician is Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. Gemini is the third house of communication. It also rules online communication. So you could definitely be like online trying to meet somebody. Virgo rules your sixth house of day-to-day. It also rules your daily work environment as well as your health. So you might be trying to communicate with somebody at work who you're interested in. This person who this relationship read is for may be with somebody that you're working with, that you're working through some sort of situation. However it's going to resonate with you. But it's about making it happen. But it's being crossed again by this Nine of Swords energy, which is this Mars in Gemini. What's the right thing to do? Where do I belong? Again, we have this. We have the Tower crowning. Now, Tower is associated with Mars in astrology. So the fact that this is Mars in Gemini, to me, this is kind of like a double Mars energy, all right? I want to just discuss these first before I pull any Lenormand for clarification. So what is Mars? Mars is a warrior planet. We all know that. But really Mars, as I always say, Mars, in my view, from what I've researched, is very obsessed with pulling us off and out of things that don't ultimately serve us in the long run, to put us on a path that we're supposed to. Because that's why Mars is the Tower. Something was reached its expiration date, at least the way it was. So this could be an internal Tower moment where you're having, a lot of epiphanies, which quite frankly, I feel like you may be in relationship simply because until the 7th, you have Venus in Sagittarius, which is all about, what is Sagittarius? Sagittarius is your moral philosophy, what you think relationship is supposed to be, hanging out in that 12th house, in your subconscious, how you think relationships have been in your life, how you have been thinking they're supposed to be. But then with Venus moving then into Capricorn, your ruler in the first house, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be changing as far as how you see relationship, how you do relationship. So the Tower could literally be the ending of a relationship, but for many of you, I feel like it's going to resonate more than anything as an updating of the way that you think. And this is a beautiful blessing out of this. It does seem like, because the Tower is Mars, right? And then the Tower takes your energy and puts it on the Chariot. And the Chariot, which is a Cancer energy, wants to take you towards your metaphorical home space, where it is that you're supposed to be, where you belong. So let's just pull a Lenormand just to figure out like the current situation. And then we'll pull one for this Tower energy as well. Current situation, we have the Scythe. Something has to be cut out. Something has to be ended. So that's the situation right now. So I really like this, that we got the Tower. That this convinces me that either a relationship is over, you are once and for all deciding to wash somebody's residue off your soul that you've been with, or you're having a complete revamping in the way that you think. Right? At one of those three things is going on here. Let's pull for the Tower. Coffin. Something's over. Wow. Gotta love it. Now the cards line up. Yeah, those of you who are not familiar with the Lenormand, though I think a lot of you are, it is a different system. It's not tarot. It's a different card system. It's ancient and it's very accurate. So we have this Tower energy working with the Coffin. So there's no question, we no need to labor that. Something is definitely over here. Now we have in the foundation, we have this idea of commitment issue. Too many choices, either yours or somebody else's. This is with the Seven of Cups as the foundation, and working with that we have the Fish. Ooh, wow. The Fish is all about, you have everything that you need. You're more than enough. They're more than enough. Everybody's more than enough. Working with what you have. Ooh. So if you're in a situation where either you're experiencing this, I'm going to say it like this because there are so many Capricorns out there, and it depends on where your Capricorn placement is and what else you have going on in your chart. If you're a Capricorn energy right now, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, well, you might be feeling that the grass is greener on the other side, or that once you get out of whatever energy that you've been entrenched in, things are going to be much better elsewhere. But the thing is, what you have right now is great. Now, that's going to be for some of you, meaning it's everything that you need. It's just going to require a different perspective. This can indicate you focusing on too many of the wrong things and not enough of the right things. For some of you, others of you, it's going to be if you're in this space where you've been dealing with somebody who has commitment issues and who has, to your mind anyway, opened themselves up to too many choices, and it made you feel kind of less than. This is you really hugging yourself, wholly so, and saying, I am more than enough. The issue is not me. That kind of thing. And I feel like a lot of you are going to be doing that. Like, you are perfect the way you are, the way your soul is meant to be. Doesn't mean you can't grow. We can all benefit from that. But that doesn't mean that you're broken or that there's anything wrong with you. Right? We have to be careful how we use that term. As we have you right now as the Hermit, and the Hermit is going it alone right now for a minute, going within for clarity. This is being on a quest for personal truth and spiritual illumination. But I have to also say that some of you, I am getting, maybe dealing with some sort of illicit love affair, dare I say, somebody in secret, for whatever reason, and there are so many reasons why that could be going on, but that is what the Hermit energy can also indicate. But we have this Page of Swords energy, so some of you are going it alone right now, really focusing on you, recognizing that something was really being at that point in the process where you're very much realizing if you were with somebody who is toxic, you know, the healing happens in stages, guys, right? Many of us know that. It is like this peeling off, this layering that we have to allow slough off of us. And I feel like you're in this stage where you're recognizing that it wasn't you, that it wasn't your fault, you know, as it always takes more than one person, but that, you know, there's nothing wrong with you. You're realizing here, I feel like you're going within and realizing at the end of the day, you're really more than enough. And I love, love, love this, as Venus is going to be leaving that 12th house in Sagittarius, and it's going to be going into your ruler in your first house. Especially those of you who are Capricorn rising, your chart ruler is Saturn, and I just feel like this is going to be a very good energy for you as far as looking at yourself through a healthier lens than you have been, which is really beautiful. Let me just pull on this Hermit energy. We have the birds. Ooh. So some of you may be communicating with people online. The birds typically indicate gossip, but positive gossip, not negative. Positive gossip, but it's like you're meeting people, so you may be in this space where you're meeting people, and you may be, right? I mean, listen, we are going to have Mercury popping into that second house, the things you value, so you might be having a lot of communicating going on, you know, outside of you, but at the same time, I feel like you're also doing some sort of big healing here. Now, the energy external, like is external influence that's affecting you, your environment, is just a lot of truths popping up. Now, I have to tell you, the Page of Swords also does indicate gossip, but the birds are positive gossip. So I feel like some sort of positive energy is trying to communicate with you on the internet. Look at this. We have the Garden, which is this is another internet energy. This is about meeting people online, networking, associating with new people coming around to you. So there's a lot of like, there's truth, there's communicating, I like it. Now, what's your fear position here is the Seven of Swords, which is all about theft and betrayal and dishonesty and running away from something. So I feel like a lot of you may be fearing this idea of, I'm kind of getting a couple of things here. Those of you who have not been in relationship and you're meeting new people, because it does seem like between the Garden and the birds, okay, it does seem like you're going to be talking to new people. Some of you may be feeling like you're not 100% ready to be out there, but yet you want to be with somebody, but you're not fully healed from something else. And the Seven of Swords can be a mask-wearing energy where we're acting one way on the outside, but feeling another way on the inside. And that's not always malicious. A lot of times we wear masks because we don't know. Not that we're not wearing a mask, but we don't know how we feel. So we don't want to bite our nose off to spite our face. And sometimes, when you're trying to get past something that you know is over, you know it's over. The best thing to do is to just put yourself out there. And over time, you will heal, as long as you're not being dishonest with yourself about your healing process. So, that may be a fear, though, that you're having, is getting out there and being like, am I even going to be convincing enough to be able to open myself up to anybody? Because I'm getting like a lot of you are actually feeling very, very scared right now of that. For others of you, you may be fearing, if you met somebody online, you may be fearing that this person, or out in your life, whatever, any sort of social networking situation, any situation at all, actually, you may be fearing at the end of the day that they are very dishonest and that they have commitment issues. And then they're not able to be 100%, because it can end up in this kind of conflict about this. It can also be mental games involved with the Seven of Swords as well, trying to play somebody at their own game. A lot of times that happens. So like, say, for example, if you're going through a divorce, but, you don't have, you're not set up to actually leave the situation right now. So while you get your ducks in a row, you're sort of playing along. And a lot of you may be in that space, right? Knowing that something is over, right? That things need to change, but you may not have all the answers. So you're going to act like nothing is really going on right now because you're not 100% sure, right? A very long explanation. But the Seven of Swords can mean a lot of things, particularly in your fear position, right? Look at this. And then choices. So yeah, again, running away, choices. These are fears that you're having. So yeah, you might be scared to just pull that final trigger to say no once and for all, to say that person's out of my life, to say I'm going to get over them, depending on where you're at in the process, whether you're with them, broken up, not with them, been single for a while, but somebody's still sort of lingering. This could even be the idea of the choice being single, not single, because you do have to make a decision when you've been single, especially for a while, to actually put yourself back out there and open up energetically. Otherwise, you have that big do not enter sign on you energetically. And people know that, they could vibe it. We're energetic beings. We are very receptive to each other's energy, especially people who are tuned in. So we have the Queen of Swords in the near future. Queen of Swords is about honesty, self-sufficiency. But I love all the honesty here. Very, very important for those of you guys who watched my astrology video for the month of January. I cannot emphasize enough how important honesty is this year. We say it always is, but there are certain placements that would indicate that, particularly, I want to say like around the 20th, especially going towards the end of this month, dishonesty, you are going to be getting observed some nasty karma. So you want to make sure that you approach things, which I see you are, approaching things with an open heart and a lot of honesty. It's better than bringing yourself the nasty karma. It's better than that, Yeah, beautiful. Honesty brings you the sun, my friend. Very nice. Beautiful. Self-sufficiency. I love it. And then we have the Eight of Swords is the near future. The Eight of Swords is about self-imposed isolation, self-imposed imprisonment, self-imposed restrictions. Totally self-imposed, though, right? She's okay, but look what she sees when she's in the mirror. So this could be many of you really trying so hard to get past pain, past hurt, get out of something that you identify as being very dysfunctional, really kind of getting out of your own way, right? Because obviously self-imprisonment, we put ourselves there. We all do it from time to time. So forgive yourself if you're doing that, it's part of the human condition. It's just part of it, right? But I do see that some sort of truth is coming out. You're very self-sufficient here. You have so many blessings that want to come in, but there's something that you're having a really hard time letting go of. Oh my gosh. Did somebody contact you? Is somebody contacting you, for goodness sake? Oh, come on now. We got the letter, snail mail. That means you have not gotten this communication yet. Now, this could be from someone regarding a person that you're dealing with. This could just be something that you, some sort of information that comes to you. And it's going to cause some conflict inside of you. So you might find out that somebody that you were with is with somebody new, or some sort of turn of events that are not feeling comfortable for you within an existing relationship. There could be, you know, maybe you end up meeting somebody if you've been single and you really like them. You're finding something out about them that you're not very comfortable with. Yeah, but it's all all of this is supposed to happen exactly the way it is. Because then we have the stars, and the stars is about it being predetermined. Everything is preordained that you're going through. So all of this is just meant to happen, to have that stars as a final energy. It means it's written already. Now you just have to go through the motions of what spirit and the energy needs for you to go through in order to get to where you're supposed to be. So, you know, it looks like it's going to be uncomfortable, Capricorn, and for that I'm sorry, but I feel like it's so positive for you, and you're going to be just looking so cute come the 8th. So you guys enjoy it. I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.